Good morning, Kitchen Witches. Today is Sunday, July 12th, and this is your tarot and menu inspiration for the day. I'm Chef Lisa, editor and chief of Chef's Grimoire magazine, and we're going to pull one card. That's going to be what our day is going to be all about. So let's do it. Give a good shuffle. What is our card for Sunday, the 12th of July? Here we go. How nice. It's the Ace of Pentacles. All right. I don't know if we've had an ace in a while, have we? Okay, so aces are minor arcana. They are a gift from the universe. So thank you, universe. And we love pentacles, right? Pentacles are prosperous. In any way, shape, or form, you think of prosperity. Many people relate it to money, but that doesn't have to be correct, right? It can be anything. It could be anything that makes you feel rich. It could be your loved ones, your furry family. It could be walking through a park, right? And just looking up at the sky. I mean, it could be anything that makes you feel like you have everything you need. You're prosperous, right? So, aces. Aces are technically numbered 1, which is in the major arcana, our magician. So the magician rules over all the aces, and that seems to be very fitting, right? Because these are kind of magical. They come up very seldom, at least for me, and they are very, they're breaking through the veil to bring a gift, and that is super special. So whenever you get an ace of any suit, pentacles, wands, swords, cups, you need to pay attention to it because it's something that's not going to be there forever, right? It comes to you, use it, because it's not going to be there. It's a fleeting moment in time, so use it well. So today we're going to bring the aces into our day-to-day activities, and it's going to be pentacles. So pentacles are things that you collect, can touch, they're tangible, right? They're earthen, because earth is the element of the pentacle. It's earthen. So maybe today it's Sunday, so maybe today you can dig in the garden, right? Maybe you can do that transplant you wanted to do way early on in the spring but never got a chance to. Maybe you just got, a great bargain at Lowe's. You know that when you go to the back of Lowe's in the garden center, they have the discounted plants. I don't know if you know this. But they're usually in great shape. All they need are water. So bring a few home, put them in a pot, and cheer up a corner of your deck that's looking lackluster. So that's Pentacles energy, right? It's bringing something that makes you feel prosperous, happy, fulfilled into your life. And many of us, it's material things, right? It could be a car. It could be your house. It could be jewelry. Those things are very, very much so pentacle energy. And they make us feel great. But is it something that makes you feel great for a long time or only when it's new? And then it kind of fizzles out. and then it's just there, right? You know, it's really that fine line of having enough, having tangible energy that makes you feel fulfilled. That plant that we talked about is a perfect example of a Sunday Ace of Pentacles moment. You saw it on sale. You said, I know exactly where it's going to go. You put it into the pot. You have the perfect place for it. And now every time you open the window or look out the window from your kitchen or go onto the deck, you see it and it's beautiful and it makes you happy, right? Perfect example. So something like that. Look for those little gifts from the universe today that are pentacle energy and utilize them. Bring them into your life because it's there for a reason. It wouldn't be a gift if it wasn't, right? So now we're going to bring the Ace of Pentacles into our kitchen and we're going to make meals. I'm thinking now we feel rich, right? So we're going to splurge a bit. In my local ShopRite, because I'm here in New York, so we have ShopRite, they have a Wagyu steak. It's ground beef that's Wagyu, right? Which is a particular type of breed of cow that's also brought, the execution of their lifespan is very curtailed, right? They have a certain way of bringing these livestock through their very short life before they're made into ground beef. But they're bred to be extremely amazing, right? So their meat quality, the fat quality, the ratio of fat to meat, it's just perfect. So if you can score a pound of it, terrific. We want to use it. And also, again, at my ShopRite, who would think they have quail eggs? Quail eggs are those little itty bitty eggs. They're speckled, right? Sometimes they're a little brown with black spots on them. And they're itty bitty. And they're adorable. And they come in like a little 12 pack. So pick those up. Pick up your Wagyu ground beef. Bring it home. And you're going to make steak and eggs. So you're going to saute the Wagyu beef and cook these things very simply because the quality of them is excellent. So you don't want to overdo it with a lot of other stuff. You're going to saute the Wagyu, right? And you can just do a quick saute, or you can turn them into patties if that's more your fancy. And then the quail eggs, you can crack them, open them, and put them on top. So you can do maybe 3 little quail eggs on top of the patty of Wagyu. Delicious. Little sea salt, maybe some fresh herbs from your garden, right? If you have some edible flowers like nasturtium or anything that's growing right now, lavender, put that over the top, right? Talk about feeling rich. Delicious. So that's breakfast. For lunch, again, at your market, you can have the fishmonger steam lobster for you. So do that, unless you want to do it at home, perfectly fine, but you're going to have the fishmonger steam your lobster. Bring it on home. And you're going to turn that into a browned butter lobster roll. Yeah. Browned butter, easy peasy. Pop some butter into a pot and watch it, but bring it over medium to high heat and swirl the pot every once in a while until you start to see the milk solids foam up, and then the milk solids will start to go under the oil of the butter, and that's where they get toasty brown. And you can smell it. It just smells like nutty and decadent. Just amazing. Browned butter. Pull it from the stove just when you start to see it brown, because it turns from brown to black in half a second. Watch it. So browned butter. And once you have that browned butter, then you take the steamed lobster, you take it out of the shell, make sure it's not overly wet, and into the browned butter it goes, and then onto a hot dog roll or a brioche roll, even better. Yes. And serve that with some chips. Delicious. Next, dinner. So again, at your market, look for rack of lamb. Now, you can get it in several ways, right? So you can do rack of lamb, which is like ribs, and they come in, it's about this wide, and they're kind of curved, and then once they're roasted or oven, put in the oven, you can slice them individually, right? And they're delicious. They're so tender. Or you can get the loin lamb chops, which are just as good, and you can do them pretty much the same way. So whichever you can find, that's what we're getting, and we're going to serve those with golden potatoes and mint sauce. So mint, I don't know about you, but it's growing everywhere. And the parking lot where I have another job, so where I work, has mint growing all over the place. And whenever I get into the car, I harvest some and I take it home. So yes, mint sauce. You're going to take that fresh mint, you're going to put it into a blender with some chicken stock. If you want to, you can add white wine and make it into a sauce. You can look it up online. It's delicious, right? And it's like peanut butter and jelly, lamb and mint sauce. Really, it cuts the little bit of gaminess and gives you just bright flavors, right? Really bright flavors. And that's nice on lamb. Rack of lamb, I love to do mine in the oven, hot oven, like 425. But I like to marinate it first with a little Dijon mustard, a little bit of balsamic, not much. I like grainy mustard and Dijon together. And that forms a crust when you put it in the oven. And then when you slice it, it should be perfectly pink inside. So maybe 25 minutes in a 425 oven, if I'm right about that recipe. Make sure you look it up. Yeah, and it's perfect medium rare, which is the way I like lamb. Golden potatoes, you can roast those too while you're doing the lamb. You just, baby Yukons, a little turmeric, a little paprika, a little garlic powder, onion powder, sea salt. Put them all together, olive oil, and into the oven they go until they're, and I like to do them cut side down on the tray that's lined with parchment paper, because then it sears the bottom of the potatoes, and the tops get like crusty as well, but that sear is gorgeous. And with the turmeric, it's going to make them turn golden, so it's really nice. Serve that with the potatoes and the mint sauce, or with the lamb and the potato. Serve the potatoes with the lamb and the mint sauce, and that is Ace of Pentacles all over. Love it. It's decadent. It's making you feel a little rich, because that kind of meal you can serve to the kings and queens of any country, right? And in your kitchen, you're the queen, you're the king. So feed yourself like that with the Ace of Wands, with the Ace of Pentacles. All right. Anyway, I hope you nourish yourself, nourish all those around you with your kitchen magic. I'll see you tomorrow.